So what if it's the most fattening time of the year? At least our music's calorie-free. Merry Christmas from 90.9 The Light.
Welcome, everybody, to the J&K Show. I'm your host, Showtime Sanders. And my partner, K, isn't going to be here, sadly. So the people that absolutely hate K, this is going to be the show for you. I'm pretty sure you're going to be extremely happy. But I have guests, of course, so I might as well just call this Showtimes and Friends, because I got all my homies here, all my teammates and former teammates that's now happen to be a coach. So I'm going to introduce every single one of them, so you can at least know their voice so you know who's talking when we're having this discussion. First, I have my boy on the left of me, which is Chase Boonetjer.
What's going on, guys?
He is the coolest guy you'll meet, and he's like the nicest, the sweetest guy, man.
Dude, that's a great compliment. Thank you so much.
He's like the sweetest guy you'll ever meet. Then I got my boy White Chocolate. By the way, I don't know if you know Cody, but there is a mic, so when you talk, everybody hears you, even when you whisper. All right. So anyways, I have my boy White Chocolate here once again. I just want you to know you are the person that came here the most, so you're like the most frequent visitor.
I feel honored, man. What's up, everybody?
And he still has the black card, everyone who does not know. He won the black challenge last week. So you never gave his acceptance speech.
Man, I was just so overwhelmed when I got it. I just didn't want to. I couldn't put it into words how honored I felt.
And then we gotta have a drum roll for this guy. Come on, give me a drum roll real quick. We have everyone, the defending, the reigning West Virginia champion of the world, the most redneck dude I ever met in my whole entire life, Cody Richmond.
Hey.
And we have my boy Siggy Sig. What's up? What's up, Tyler? How you feeling?
Going? Pretty good.
How was everybody's weekend, man?
It was good.
It's pretty good, man. Panthers moved to 13-0. It's gonna be a good weekend.
13-0, man. By the way, Jonah's an avid Carolina Panthers fan, just like me. So me and White Chocolate, that's why we homies. We both love the same team. And 13-0, how can you not be happy? What about you, Chase? How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. My weekend was awesome.
So one, let me tell you guys about my weekend. All right, so I think I told White Chocolate already about my story, but for the people that didn't know, I had like the weirdest day at work on Friday. So I worked the double, and I'm just chilling, whatever. So I see this little naughty head kid. He's probably like 4 or 5. All right, so he like playing around and stuff like that. So he stares at me. And one thing I hate when I'm working, matter of fact, I hate this in general. You know how like kids naturally just stare at you for no apparent reason? They just look at you with that daze. So this little kid just kept staring at me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna stare back at him. So I start staring back at him and I start giving him evil looks. I'm like, bro, stop looking at me like that. I don't like it. So eventually it gets to the point where he sticks his tongue at me. So I'm like, why is this little dude sticking his tongue? All right, fine, I'm gonna do it back. So then, me and him going back and forth, and then I like throw my fist up like I was gonna punch him in the face. But once again, I'm just messing with him and everything, right? So he goes to the bathroom and I'm thinking nothing of it. So eventually I have to do a bathroom check. He was still in there. I didn't even know he was even still in there. So I walk in. He's crawling from under the stalls. And I'm like, why is he crawling from under the stalls? Maybe he's trying to see if like there's people under there. So I was like, okay, whatever. But he looks at me and you know what he says? Give me your keys. What? I was like, what do you mean give me your keys? So I was like, no, get away from me. He was like, no, give me your keys. And then he punched me in my leg. So I was like, all right, this little demon is about to get drop kicked. So he eventually leaves. And I'm like, okay, the bathroom stalls are full, so let me go. I can't do the bathroom checks. So I waited like 10, 15 minutes, and I go do it again. They're still, like, closed. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So then I look, and I'm like, this little demon child locked the doors from the inside, and now I can't even go in because he locked the doors. So the doors are locked. I can't even walk in, so I'm stuck, and I can't even get under without, like, putting my hands on the ground, and I'm not doing that. That's a public bathroom. That's trifling. So I was like, I'll get fired before they see me crawl under there just to unlock the doors. So I had to basically like do some gymnastics. I don't even know how I even got over it. I did like some flips and stuff. Y'all would have been impressed just to get in them stalls. I get in the stalls and I noticed this dude took a dump and both those stalls didn't flush. So he just left me. He left me about 4 presents in one day. And then it was funny. I got redemption though, cause he like fell and started crying.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, it's a Christmas miracle. It was a really weird day, but outside of that though, it was a absolutely dope weekend though. I know everybody saw the fights.
Yes.
First, what did y'all think about the car? We're gonna go left to right. So how did you feel about did you see the whole car chase, or did you just see the 13-second fight?
I didn't see the whole card. I just saw the 13-second fight.
All right, then you excluded. Jonah, what did you think about the card then?
The card, it had some really exciting fights, man. I really liked watching the Yoel Romero fight because, as a wrestler, he's a wrestler, so I like to see people that were great wrestlers go into the sport. I think as soon as he gets a better gas tank on him, he's gonna be tough.
You said as soon. He's 40 years old, man. He might not ever have a gas tank. You gotta think somebody is built. If y'all see, if you Google up Yoel Romero, you see this dude probably has like 2% body fat. He's like a brick house. He's built. He's extremely strong. So it's really, I don't really think his cardio is ever gonna get that good. But
if it does, though, he's gonna be.
Oh, if he is, he should be world champion because he has the tools to beat anybody. Cody, what about you, man?
Overall, I like the fight card. The Rodman Rockholm fight, however it was.
Rockholm or Rockhold?
Rockhold.
Okay.
That fight disappointed me a little bit. I thought that was going to be more of a fight, and then Weidman just kind of laid there the whole time.
Well, he ain't laid there the whole time. He only laid there like the first last minute and a half. Keep talking, Cody.
But yeah, it was kind of disappointing me. But I guess the McGregor fight made up for it easily.
How did that make up? It was okay. We're not even gonna get into that. Tyler, what about you, Sig? Was you even paying attention? Oh, you was asleep.
I didn't see the. No,
Yeah,
I was asleep on the phone. No, I was on the phone.
You was on. What was you bootlegging?
Nah,
Son, there was 4 fights, bro. There's no way you were just on the phone with just a person.
I was on the phone with a friend.
You say he just a friend. All right. You say he just a friend. All right. So for the people that don't know, Conor McGregor, which is a notorious trash talker, fought Jose Aldo, who was the number 1, in my opinion, really the number 2 pound-for-pound fighter. They excluded John Jones out because he got suspended. But in reality, John Jones is the pound-for-pound champ. But, they did that to really hype the fight. But regardless, he's still a great fighter. Hasn't lost in 10 years. And it was a humongous fight. Like, everybody wanted to see it. And it lasted as long as a vine. It was crazy. What were you doing when that happened, Chase?
I just couldn't believe it. I was actually caught up the fights because I was at a birthday party all night, so I didn't get to see the actual fight. But I did all my research afterwards, and I was blown away. First off, I'm a Conor McGregor fan.
I wouldn't think you like him.
I don't like his trash talk. I'm not a trash talker myself. He is disrespectful. However, notice like as soon as the fight was done, everyone goes home and everything. Like one of the first things he says about Aldo is,
he's a great champ.
He's a great champ. He's a great fighter. The mark of a true champ is how they rebound. I'm really hoping to fight him again someday. Best of luck. I like that about Conor McGregor. I like that he doesn't, continue putting people down. He trash talks, fights, and then
people got to realize he's actually I think he's a pretty nice guy. Actually, I think the only reason why he's like that is because one, he's trying to sell a fight.
Oh yeah,
like
it's a business.
Yeah, he's a funny guy, and he's using his talents as a guy that can talk, and with his accent, he's pretty funny. So
and not only that, he's a brawler. Like he goes into fights and he doesn't. He puts his money where his mouth is. He doesn't trash talk and then.
Yeah, and he sucks. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's actually a great fighter, and he backs up what he say. He says he knocks people out, and guess what he does? He actually knocks them out. You can't really get mad at a guy that I hate him because he talks so much junk. Well, guess what? He actually does it. Like you can't really get mad at that. But what about you? White chocolate.
I mean, I really want to see more of a fight because it only lasted 13 seconds, and I've been looking forward to that fight for months, but. Conor McGregor said Jose was going to overextend himself and he was going to catch him, and he did. So, you can't really be mad at him for doing what he said he was going to do.
All right. Clearly, you next, Cody.
I agree with Jonah. I really wanted to see more of a fight, but I am a McGregor fan, so I was happy that he got the W. So
am I the only person that's a Jose fan? I was sad.
I wanted to see Jose win.
I wanted to see Jose win so bad because the guy was getting screwed. Like if you guys seen, how does Conor get like the custom made shorts? And he gets, basically the whole UFC has been around him. You seen all the promotions and everything. It really was catered around Conor. And you never really heard Jose. I do understand the fact that he doesn't speak English, and that's like pretty much a big part also. But at the same time, there still wasn't as much respect as you should get for as a champion. And of course the fans absolutely booed the brakes off him, but I expected that. By the way, I just want you guys to know, for all my Caucasian people, you guys are the fakest fans I've ever met in my whole entire life. I've met so many people. I know so many people that's now been acting like they're Irish, and since I've known them for like 4 or 5 years, telling me some, yeah man, yeah, no, you're not Irish. I've never heard you rep Irish until Ireland, until Conor McGregor came in. You are fake.
Hey man, they probably repped it when the Celtics were good.
Yeah,
Garnett was there.
They are the flukest fans, man. So if you're one of those people, you're fluke. I just want you to know. But what about you, Sig? You woke up just to see that 13-second fight.
Yeah, whatever. I think he deserves another chance. I mean, yeah, it was a quick knockout, but that just proves anyone can be beaten on any given day.
The fact that he's not even, getting a rematch, because I don't know if you guys know this, but he's not getting a rematch. He's going to have to fight before he gets an attempt to fight. But either Conor McGregor's either going to go up a weight class, the 155, and challenge for that belt, or he's fighting Frankie Edgar, which I think is kind of jacked up. How you going to give Ronda Rousey a rematch after that dismantlement that she got? And then she got knocked out too, by the way. She got beat on and then got knocked out. He just got knocked out. Flash knockouts happen, man. Like, GSP got knocked out by Matt Serra?
Matt Serra.
Like, it happens. Like, you're going to get knocked out, especially when I feel like Jose was more so on emotion. Like, he was really, like, trying to knock him out. And he wasn't really thinking clearly. And it cost him.
Well, that's I don't know, because Jose, his matches, his fights, what are they, on average, last, like, almost 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Almost 20 minutes, and Conor McGregor's had how many knockouts in his last 18 fights?
He has all
14.
No, he has all knockouts except for one. One is a submission, and of course the other outside of the two fights he lost.
I'm saying Jose does deserve a rematch because it was one punch. Like, people want to see a fight, and they're both champs. They're both incredible fighters, but
that's
hold up. Conor's eye was definitely swollen right after, like.
That's because he caught a punch while he knocked him out.
Yeah, but I'm saying if that wouldn't have knocked him out, that would have been a good fight, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, it definitely would have been a good fight. And that's what my whole point of Jose was running off emotion. He darted at him, like, you can tell he was trying to kill him. Like, he was upset.
I mean, he had a reason to. Like, he disrespected his family when he was at the fight before.
I mean, I understand that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, he wasn't as calm and cool and relaxed during the fight. Like, everybody was talking about his after fight. He wouldn't look at him in the eye. So I was like, son, he does that every fight. That was the regular Jose. Jose never looks his opponent in the eye. John Jones doesn't do it either. Yeah. If you look at him, he always looks somewhere else. That's just the way they fight. But during the fight, Jose just literally was like, okay, let me knock him out in a minute. Okay, well, you got knocked out. So I feel like next time we see him fight, he's going to be a lot more relaxed and patient, like he normally is in the fights, and then uses his leg kicks. That's normally what he does. He sets up his leg kicks first, and then he'll start trying to strike. He didn't do it, so it was a little weird. But like I said, it was still, it was dope, though. Conor McGregor is now the champ. This is a crazy year, everyone. I don't know, how big you guys are in MMA, but we have basically a new champion in almost every single weight class. Anthony Pettis lost. Cain Velasquez lost. Ronda Rousey got demolished. Weidman, he got demolished. Jose Aldo lost. It's everybody, it's kind of dope, though. It shows everybody that, doesn't matter how good you are, you can still get beat any given day, especially if you believe.
Ooh, that's powerful. If you believe.
No, seriously, if you believe. It's the same thing with wrestling, man. Like, by the way, all these guys are wrestlers. So, I mean, it's the same thing with wrestling. If you really believe you can beat somebody, then, there's still a good chance. Like, I mean, of course, if you have the skill level of a dwarf or something like that, like somebody that's, not skilled, then, of course, it's not going to help. But I'm saying, if you're actually a talented guy and you believe you can beat somebody, then it'll happen.
At the same time, well, I do think Jose Aldo deserves a rematch unquestionably because he's been the champ for a decade now. I'm really excited to see Frankie Edgar get a shot because I feel like it's been a long time coming for him to get another title shot at that weight class.
And he's the worst matchup for Conor McGregor regardless. But Conor McGregor, trainer, has basically been saying he can't make weight at 145 anymore because he's a big guy.
Yeah.
And, I understand that. If he goes up, it's going to suck if he, win a title just to go up. Because it's like you didn't defend it. You didn't even get a rematch to Jose.
Yeah. So,
I hope that he doesn't. I hope he has at least 2 more fights at 145 before he moves up. But it's understandable either way. But, everyone, we will be back after this break. And we're going to have our segment where people email us and talk. They basically, sort of I guess, relationship segment or whatever. But like I said, we'll be back, everyone. And this is Rise by Triple E.
We're your one-stop shop for your favorite Christmas classics. 90.9 The Light.
Welcome, everybody, to the J&K Show, and thank you, Chase, for coughing. But anyways, so we're back, everyone. Also, remember to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, the J&K Show, J-A-Y and K-A-Y. Do not just use J&K, because guess what? It's going to happen. You're not going to find us. So like I said, follow us on Facebook and Twitter, the J&K Show. And if you want to call in at 1-866-890-0909. And this is 90.9 Light J&K Show, once again. So I was going to talk about the whole, advice segment, but we're going to do that in a second. But I have to talk to Cody real quick. Cody, how you feeling, man?
Feeling good. What about you?
I'm feeling absolutely wonderful, man. So word on the street is that, after watching the Conor McGregor fight and everything like that, you trying to be a pro fighter, man. What's up with this, man?
Nah, I ain't trying to be a pro fighter.
You trying to get a fight in?
You're not in it for the money?
Nah, not in it for the money.
You want to do one of those backyard brawls?
Yeah.
At the county fair?
Yeah.
That's what you what motivates you want to do that, man?
Well, one, our teammate Frenzy, who's a cage fighter, me and him were in the room working out the other day, and instead of wrestling live, we were doing more jiu-jitsu and more grappling. And he said I had a decent feel for it, so he just said that I should get in a fight just to try it once.
Hey, Cody, I'm going to be completely honest, man. If you get knocked out, man, I'm telling you. You my man's $100,000, but if you get knocked out, I'm not even going to feel sad. I'm going to laugh. Like, I might cry. Like, that's how bad I'll laugh.
Can you imagine the face he'd make when he...
All right, what happened?
I'd expect you to laugh.
Oh, yes, I will laugh.
I'd expect that to be on the roast video.
Yeah, that whole video going to be on the roast. As a matter of fact, that will be the roast video.
Roast video with the commentary?
Ain't going to be no commentary. We're just going to play that joint back to back.
Just slow motion over and over and over. I have a question for you, Cody. I've been wanting to ask this ever since I found out you were looking at fighting.
All right.
If you were to fight, what is your ideal matchup? Like a tall, skinny guy, or you want to get in a brawl, or what's your ideal matchup?
As I said, we got till April to figure this out.
Okay, I got a really legitimate question for you. What would be your fighter name?
I was going to ask that. What's your nickname?
I don't know, I guess.
Cody Capricorn.
The pride of Shady Springs.
Well, if you had to ask Hackman, it'd either be Dixie or Dolly.
The Dixie Richmond?
Nah.
I don't like it. I think I like the Pride of Shady Springs.
The Pride of Shady Springs.
Sounds like a ghost or something like that. I really like that.
If you get T-shirts made, I will wear that every day until I die.
Don't say that because you might actually get it done. Matter of fact, didn't you lose a bet to Cody, Jonah?
Yes, he did.
That was not.
No,
he cheated.
lost.
I did not cheat.
No,
That
he
was
lost.
never verified.
Hold on, I was about to say I forgot about. Didn't you lose to Cody in the bet?
I did not.
Shouldn't you be quitting the wrestling team right now?
I did not.
He did lose.
Because I remember him sending the scenario. It sounded like you lost.
I had multiple people on a
No.
panel of judges
That said that you
verified
lost.
I did not lose.
Hey, okay,
Yeah, you
tell
lost.
Chase the scenario.
All right, tell me the scenario.
All right.
I'll be the judge.
So here's what happened. So we're sitting in the rot, and Cody fancies himself a ladies' man.
I do not.
So, he's lying, everyone.
I don't believe that. Stop lying on there.
I'm not lying.
This is
So-
Christian radio. Stop lying on there.
I'm not
So
lying.
I wanted to get a little gentleman's challenge for Cody to see, to give him a chance to back up his skills.
Oh, sure.
So we're sitting in the rot, and it's me and two guys from the team that aren't here right now, Thomas Bartholomew
All right, snitch.
and tall Josh McElhenney.
Mm-hmm.
So I
By the way,
said,
forget you, Michael Haney, talking about some white glove. Go ahead.
so I proposed a bet to Cody, and he agreed and shook on it that anybody we chose in the rot that he could go up and get their number. And if he didn't get their number, I would have to go into the coach's office and not say anything else and be dead serious. Just say, I'm done. I quit. And then walk out. And of course, I'd
And
go
not
in the
say
morning,
anything
and they'd
until
know by the
that
end of the day
evening.
when I came to practice. But until that point, I wasn't going to say anything. It'd be really awkward for me.
So wait, let me get this straight real fast. You were gonna lie
Yes.
to coach.
Yes. I prefer like
Chase,
playful banter.
Hold on 1 second,
Look,
Jonah.
everyone,
Don't be
Chase was trying to
changing your
guilt
words.
trip Jonah right there.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then he shook hands on it, and I said, all right, Thomas and Josh, you get to pick the girl. So they took a lap around the rot
Oh.
and landed on their choice was a married pregnant lady,
Oh, yeah.
naturally. And Cody said no, which I think is first and foremost a clear violation of the bet right there because he shook hands on
Of
it.
course.
I'm just saying
Yep.
right now that husband was very large, and I was not trying to get beat up.
The Pride of Shady Springs could not last.
yeah, you're
Didn't
a
you
pride
say
of
you
Shady
could take
Springs,
Blake
man.
Griffin or something like that?
All right.
Huh? I did not.
All right.
I
So
did not say that.
So then we picked a different person. Cody was gone for no more than 20 seconds and came back with a number written on a napkin that didn't look valid. Nobody called it. Nobody verified the number. But my thing is, I think he just told her it was a bet because not many people... I don't think Cody has enough game to get a number in 20 seconds. I just don't. I really doubt the validity of this. So
If she
plus
wrote it
not-
down, she might have made it up. But if she wrote it down, then he wins.
It's not her number. 2.
Okay.
He didn't even get the original.
You said get
decision.
a number.
All right.
You
First
didn't
off,
I do agree with
Time
Jonah.
out.
Hold on. Chase,
Time out.
Go ahead.
There is a clear violation of the rules. However,
I do agree with that.
However, if said number was real and it has not been verified, the extension of this bet has to be verified. Therefore, meaning your bet's still going on until
Timeout.
Cody decides
And
to
no,
call this number
we
and see if it's real.
He
Cody
disposed
deleted it,
of the
by the
number
way.
almost immediately.
Well, then you automatically forfeit the bet. It's an automatic forfeit because
But
there
here's
was
my
no
thing.
communication.
I say
Here's my
we give
thing.
I
We
say
never,
we give him one more
we never
shot.
said that we had to call or verify the number. The bet was I had to get a number. Never
that
verified
goes
it.
without saying. It's an implied
Yeah,
thing because you
implying-
can make up anything. I can write down 7 digits right now.
Exactly.
I say
This
we gotta
wasn't
do
in
it
the
one more
contract.
time.
How
But
was
you
it
still need an
implied?
area code.
Oh,
Area
you
code's
can make
from
up an
Texas.
area code, which is another. I don't know. There's a lot of uncertain things, and not to mention the
Okay.
fact that the time was very suspect.
If
He was over there very, very, very short amount
For
of
20
time,
seconds.
and I don't think he actually did it on the up and up.
All right. If the heart of this entire bet was to see if Cody has game,
That
in
already
the
is-
raw,
We established this last year.
I do
He
not.
doesn't.
then
Yeah, we established it. Like,
What I'm saying is, everyone, I want you to know that this humble guy you're hearing on the air
Is a fluke.
is not a
Fluke.
good representation
Is
of
who
where
he
he
really
is
is.
the rest of the week.
He honestly came.
Hey,
Hey, look, put it like this. I've
Aye.
never seen a human being have more pictures than himself than Cody Richmond. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Cody flicks it up more than a female does.
Yes.
Like it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm like, there's been times I was just like, how did you even get pictures from this? Like there was no cameras, there was no people out here. It's just you. Where is these pictures coming from? I don't know. I just paid someone. I think he has like a paid photographer.
No, I think he has like a gentleman's agreement with someone. Like he like mows their lawn every Thursday, or something like that.
I absolutely believe that. But anyways, though, that's enough of us grilling you for right now, Cody.
thank you.
Everyone who doesn't know, we pick on Cody probably every single chance we get. Like it's just, who's chewing gum?
That's me.
okay. In a
Cody,
very,
hold on.
Alright, so we're not done.
Hold on. Now we're not done again. Cody, I done told you once, and I'm gonna tell you again. All right, you are right next to a mic, which means every single thing you do is heard. Okay. All right. I don't get out. Get out right now. Anyways, all right. So like I said, so we are gonna do a segment. We're only gonna do one question right now, and next break we'll end up doing more. So we have Cheesehead in MA. All right. He wrote. I guess that's Massachusetts. No, it's not Massachusetts. He's from Oregon. All right. No, we were not talking about you, Cody.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I thought
Once
you
again,
guys
we
were
can
talking-
still hear you and your mouth moving.
Dang, I pushed that far
I swear
away.
I'm about sick of you. All right.
Tell me what's new.
Anyways, yeah, okay. Anyways, like I said, Cheesehead in MA. He writes, so, what's a male's opinion on if it's possible to stay friends with an ex? And we're going to do roundtable, so we're going to let the... By the way, Chase is a... Go ahead and tell me a little bit about yourself, Chase. I got a semi-professional here with me.
Semi-professional. I was the freshman that wore the purity rings, and I did only date one girl. She is my wife. So that's like as far as my resume goes.
You're a psychology major. That's what you're supposed to say.
I am a psychology major.
Goodness gracious.
Hopefully turning that into a profession of relationships. So
There you go.
Here
So
we go.
that's what I meant by expert.
Hey man.
Go ahead,
hey
Chase.
man.
Chase, I love you, man. Go ahead.
All right. What's the opinion of if it's possible to stay friends with an ex? I say no. As far as like close friends, you can't stay friends. Mutual agreements and mutual breakups. I mean, there's always going to be tension. Let's just all be honest. I mean, you can have the kindest, sweetest breakup in the world, but as soon as your ex gets into a relationship, you're obviously going to start comparing yourself with, him or her, or it's just bound to happen, bound to be tension. So for you to have the same friendship, no. For you to have like a mutual comfortability, yeah, we can go to the same, Christmas parties or, birthday parties or,
Birthday
dinners.
parties. What are we, 5?
You know what I'm saying? We can be around each other like with
Is
the
it gonna
same
be
group
ice
of
cream and a
friends.
clown
Yeah, you might
there
be.
too?
Hey, go ahead.
Cody?
Jonah, go ahead.
All right,
Say it.
All right,
Go ahead,
Cody. been over this time and time again. There's certain jokes that sound really funny in your head. They need to stay there because they aren't that funny when you say them out loud.
Thank you, Jonah.
Prime example.
Thank you, Jonah. All right. Tyler, go ahead. Tell me what you feel about it.
No.
No.
Heck no. I tried it. It doesn't work. Okay, girls are too hateful for all that. Like,
Ooh, I don't know. That's a pretty generalized statement.
like
Honestly,
I mean, okay, all right, all right.
I understand what he
So-
means by that.
Mm-hmm.
So she like would try to make me jealous by posting pictures with other guys, and obviously I didn't care. And then like the one day she asked me if I saw the picture, and I was like, "Do you post them just like because of me?" She said, "Well, I don't know. I just try to see if you still care." So
So was it her ex or just another dude?
just another dude.
This is about ex though.
Yeah,
You
I know.
think it's
I'm
worse?
saying I was her ex.
Oh, you were. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. Now, what about you, Shady Springs?
I've only dated 2 girls in my past, and they've all ended very bad. So I have to say no just by my past experiences.
I mean, I agree with Chase for a different reason. I think you can be on good terms with an ex, and I mean, to a degree, friends, but not close friends. One, because you're at one time you did have that feeling, or like you had a romantic involvement with this person,
An intimacy.
Yeah. So if you were hanging out with this person all the time, that feeling's still gonna be there, and that's still gonna be a problem for you to really move on and to move to another relationship. Sure, you can be to some degree a friend, you can be on good terms, but you kind of have to limit the amount of involvement if you want that feeling to go away and really want to move on to a new relationship.
See,
I mean,
I disagree with all of you guys. I feel like you can still be friends with your ex. Now, I'm not. None of.
Oh wait, Josh, are you in a relationship right now?
Huh? You say what?
Huh?
Are you in a relationship?
Absolutely
right now?
not. But there's reasons beyond that. By the way, is anybody else outside of Chase in a relationship?
Nope.
All right, so shut up, Chase. Anyways, like I was saying, if I was
True.
really
That was
interrupted.
good. That was touche.
Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, if I was really interrupted by Chase. The question was, can you stay friends with an ex? Yes, you can stay friends with an ex. Nobody sat there and said you have to be best friends with your ex. That would be stupid. But me personally, even if I am in a relationship, in the upcoming future, I'm still gonna have like one of my exes be really close friends. Like we are cool. And the reason why is like, one, she's married with a kid. Like I moved on, she moved on. Even if we had a romantic past or whatever, we're both mature enough to not even care about that, to stop being friends. And it's not gonna get in the way with me and my future girlfriend or whatever, because it's not. I don't see her as that anymore. It's same thing if she had an ex or anything like that, and he was married or whatever, having a good old time. I mean, I'm not sitting there saying me and her talk every day. No, that's okay. That's a problem. But if we catch up every once in a while and see, hey, how you doing? How's your mom? Blah blah blah. I don't really see that being as big of a problem.
I can see that.
It's all about basically being mature and being comfortable in your relationship. Like, just trust them. Like, I understand stuff happens and people aren't as loyal as they say, but at the same time you gotta have some kind of trust in your relationship. So personally, at least I know how I am. If you're my ex, that's exactly what you are. So it's not like it's that serious. No, and plus one of my exes anyways I would never talk to again for the rest of my life anyway.
No, varies case to case then.
Yeah, it definitely varies case to case. If you know you're one of those tempting kind of guys or girls, and you know that you still have like a deep feeling for them inside somewhere, then no.
Yeah.
Don't be friends with them. Leave, cut them off, because you clearly can't control yourself. But if it's one of those, all right, we dated, but that was like 8 years ago or 5 years ago, or whatever. I moved on. Then it's not a big deal. But anybody got anything else to say on this subject?
No.
That's where you say no, you guys. Like you can't be on radio giving me like hand signals and stuff. They don't see that.
I said no. I was the first one to say no.
Yeah, Tyler did say
You
no.
too soft spoken, man. I can't hear nothing you be saying sometimes. I apologize.
That is a lie.
Sorry.
There's the microphone in front of his face. You can hear everything that he's saying.
I'm sorry, Cody. I'm sorry. There's a difference between him and you.
Cody. Hey. Cody.
Hey.
No, stop. Hey. I'm speaking.
Okay, stop.
Hey, let's play a game.
Cody.
Okay,
Who's
Did
speaking?
anyone?
Chase?
Did
We're gonna play a
anyone give
game
you
called
permission to
Which is
speak?
Cody. we're gonna number them off. We're gonna number them off 1 to 4.
So far, the only 2 people on the team that can actually do a good impression of me is Jonah and Chase.
Jonah and Chase.
Jonah and Chase.
Which one said Jonah and Chase? Everyone, the winner gets absolutely nothing. Speaking of nothing, we're gonna play Nothing by Lecrae. We'll be back, everyone, and guess what? We're gonna have some more questions. All right, everyone, stay with us.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everyone, to the J and K Show. I'm your host, Showtime Sanders. Hello, everyone. Why every time we get off break, you want to cough, Cody? Every single time.
Well, last time you said Chase.
Cody, I saw you cough right after Chase did. I just didn't say anything about it.
Well, everybody thought it was Chase.
Shut up, Cody. I'm done with you. I'm done with Cody. Everyone, I hate you. But anyways, like I was saying, Files really interrupted everyone. We're back with our segment and everything like that. And so, next one. Hold on. By the way, you having a good time, Sig? You over here? You a silent dude right now.
I am having a good time.
You having a good time? Just making sure. By the way, everyone, next show. Matter of fact, it's probably not gonna be next show. It might be next semester. But we're gonna have a redneck off, and it's gonna be between Cody and this guy named Jacob Brooks. All right.
David Smith.
And David Smith, all right? These guys are from the backwoods, okay? They are from the backwoods. It is going to be a showdown. The winner gets, once again, they get a black card, okay? Was that you, Chase?
Yes.
Don't be behind me saying that, doing that, man. I don't like that.
I was going to say it.
All right, so next scenario. This is from, I have no idea, but it's from Anonymous. So it says, sometimes I just don't get it. Had a nice date with a girl on Friday. Went on for 5 hours. Text back the next day, etc. I asked her for dinner yesterday. Now, radio silence. She has taken her time responding to texts before, and she says she was an introvert. So that definitely plays into it a bit. But I don't know. I'm struggling to think what, if anything, I did that was wrong. So he's basically asking.
Cody's basically asking.
Huh?
That was Cody.
That was not me. I'm in a similar situation, but that was not me.
Oh, well then, hey.
That was not me.
So basically, he went on a date with the girl, and she's being a little bit chill now. So what do you guys think? I personally think that she either wasn't feeling the date that much. It probably was a decent time, but it wasn't what she expected, or she just like friend zoned him kind of sorta, and was thinking, I don't really see anything from him. I don't know what you did, but whatever it is about you, she just wasn't feeling. What do you think about that, Chase?
I don't know. Okay, so one of the key words is introvert. She said she's an introvert. Okay, well that could mean a ton of things, especially if she's not she doesn't know the definition of introvert. An introvert, you can be like the most social person, but still be an introvert. Introvert just means you have to have your own personal quiet time. Recharge your batteries by yourself. With a book or with a movie or something, good music, and just relaxing by yourself. You can't be social. Like, I'm an introvert and I love people, but I can't go into crowds. I hate cities, all of this stuff.
I'm an introvert.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Josh, I don't believe it.
I know. I lied.
Anyways, so regarding this situation, there could be a myriad of things. One of them being honestly, she probably was just being really sweet. Introverts probably, if what I'm hearing is right, she could have been really sweet, extending the date, being nice and everything. But as soon as she got away, it's like, all right, hands off. I kind of want to have my own personal space. Like, this guy, we had a great night, but I just need to get away. Boom, recharging your batteries, give me my space. I need to think about things, Yeah, I liked you, but I really need to think. 2, she could be going through some personal things. She had a great time with you, treated her to a really nice dinner, had a great conversation, you guys had a great date, yeah, but she might be going through some things that you made her feel that are serious, and she might not be ready to have those feelings. So that could be another huge issue that really you got to be careful stepping on. So one of those things, you got to be really careful, and other things you might just really have over evaluated how your date went, and she might not be into you. However, you could be the exact opposite. If you want to pursue this girl, pursue the girl.
I look at it like this: just ask her.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's
exactly
true.
what I was gonna say.
Just simple and plain. Ask her. That's the people always want to second guess or overthink things. And be in complete honesty, as men, we have to confront the problem. If you have a problem, you see it, confront it. Go to the source and ask her. And honestly, the bluntness is probably going to bring the real out of her. She might, she catch her off guard. She's like, oh, I wasn't feeling it. And then you got your answer. Or she's like, no, it's not a problem. I really. Now she over here one of those people that kind of lying about her, or doesn't want to hurt your feelings or whatever. Then you might need to just let it go. But
yeah, you got to be ready to swallow the hard truths.
Yeah, don't be a punk, man. We all get rejected. It happens. Anybody here hasn't been rejected?
I've been rejected.
I've never been rejected.
You've never been rejected?
No,
Well, Chase, you also have one girlfriend.
One girl, bro.
And that's your wife, so
Cody, that's the whole point. We heard it. But anyways, like I said, anybody else that has dated more than one person? No?
I've never really, like,
You have to be by the mic, man.
I've never really like dated like that many people.
Tyler's never been rejected. He was always
So
rejected.
you never asked for a girl's number or you asked the girl out or anything like that and said no, she said I'm not interested?
I mean, no.
Never?
I like an older woman. Yeah, heck yeah.
I said in general. I never said.
No, I mean,
All right, you confused.
just move on. Go
No,
ahead.
yeah, where are we going with this? Anyways, how do you feel about it, Jonah?
I mean, I think everything's been said. I don't really have anything to add.
All right,
I
cool.
think
Thank
that's
you.
it.
Shut up. All right, what about the same thing what you said,
Yeah.
Cody?
I mean, in that situation,
All right, shut up. All right. New question. Goodness gracious.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Well, you let Chase give off 8 paragraphs.
All right, we gonna let-
that was his final.
Great
That was his
answer,
final
man.
essay.
we gonna let Chase go last then, since everybody wants Chase to go last. All right. I became friends with the. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce this person's screen. Y'all got some dumb. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't say that. Y'all got some stupid screen names. Okay, give me one I can. You know what how to spell it?
Which one?
This one.
Spiel.
Okay, Spiel 612. All right, stupid name by the way. I hope that if it's your last name, I apologize.
Probably is.
Pick a new one.
Yeah. Pick another one, man.
Another
Yeah, Cody. All right. I became friends with the girl that I was into for a while, but gave up on her after it was never reciprocated. I invited her to a wedding back in July, and the wedding is coming up in October. After she finished her post-grad, she moved up to New York. I live in West Virginia. Cody, did you write this?
I did not.
Okay, which is where I work. After she moved,
I feel
she
bad
started
for him.
she started texting me out of the blue about how she missed me and how she realized she wanted me in her life. Blah 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 blah. Don't get me wrong, I value her friendship, but not for the 1 second do I really believe she's interested in me romantically. So here's the problem. A few weeks after I invited her to the wedding, I started seeing somebody else. In the time since, this somebody else has become my girlfriend. I'd like to take my girlfriend to the wedding. I tried to get in contact with the girl A for the past few weeks to talk to her about this scenario, but she never calls me back. The wedding is now 1 week away. Girl A doesn't know that I've been trying to cancel on her. I am planning on canceling on her today. Is this rude?
No.
And would you guys do the same thing? Would you cancel the original date so you can take the girl you are actually dating? Jonah, you go first.
I'd say yes. I mean, I'd give her, like, you gave her every opportunity to respond. Like, if she's blowing you off and doesn't want to give you a response, that's not your fault. I mean, you did what you had to do. You tried to communicate, you tried to reach out, and she didn't respond. So I'd cancel on the first person and take the person you're dating.
Okay, Cody.
I agree with Jonah, 100%.
Same here.
All right, Chase, go ahead with your 4 paragraphs.
All right, you guys can say way more than that.
I mean, really, no, like that.
It's
just,
like, I
Look,
think
I
you
agree
should
with-
take the person you're dating. Well, that's given, and everyone else is like, oh, I agree. That's good.
I mean,
I'll put it
But
like
Chase, you
I'll
also-
put it like this. This is the year 2015. You can easily send a text, and you can easily just tell a person, send a text or email or voicemail or whatever, and sit there and say, "Hey, don't come."
All right,
But-
this is what I'm gonna say to this.
Okay, cut me off. I'm just saying.
But Chase, you also have a
Unbelievable.
bunch of words for one little thing. Like earlier in the segment, you were saying, I'm using a psychology
Hey.
major to be
Cody, shut
a
up.
counselor, a professional of love.
You got a bunch of words.
You got it. I'm from West Virginia. We don't know half these words.
What's that
Hey,
word?
hold up.
Reciprocated.
Now, hold on. I want to say
know.
this. I'm from West Virginia, but I'm on the complete opposite side of the state from Cody.
You're
And I
also-
know what all of these words
You're in
are.
the part of the state where the D.C. Senators lives. Okay, so
I'm about to say you're pretty much close to Maryland.
You got
yeah,
a bunch of
you're
words
basically
too.
in Maryland.
All right, back to the segment. All right. All right, in this situation, I mean, if you're focused on this one chick and you're focused on how, like, yeah, I used to like her, but it wasn't reciprocated, and now she's kind of like pursuing me, but then she's ignoring me. Dude, she's got issues. That's red flag for one. Like, if she was interested in you, she'd be interested in you. If she's not interested in you, like, don't let her be playing with you. You got to protect yourself. Secondly, you have a girlfriend now, and that means complete and total dedication to her. That means, above and beyond anything, you don't take another girl to a wedding. Let's just be honest. Weddings, are atmospheres that,
Have y'all not seen Wedding Crashers?
Yes.
yeah, like, weddings are like instigating of, romantic atmospheres. Like,
Crab cakes
they
and football.
they just force people together to be more intimate. And if you're trying, you should cancel on this other girl, but the reason shouldn't be like, oh, because I'm taking my girlfriend. No, the reason should be, I'm taking my girlfriend and this chick is, you know, not communicating with me. If that's the case, like, dude, like, don't even worry about it. You tried, go, and if her feelings are hurt, you know, you have every right to say, I tried to communicate to you. You know, I love your friendship, I value your friendship, and these are the reasons why. You know, I still want your friendship. However, this is the situation that I've experienced. These are the, you know, feelings I've had. And you didn't reciprocate them to me. You didn't respect the fact that I was pursuing you.
The fact that you being rude but sweet at the same time is my problem with you. Like, just hey, look,
Hey.
Spiel 612. Just tell her, hey, don't come. That's simple and plain. That's a wrap. Like, you ain't got. You can be philosophical all you want. At the end of the day, you told her. If she ain't listen, that's on her. You got a boo thing. Love your boo thing. Be with her. Forget the whole. You know, you look. You was into her. She didn't want it. And my only disagreement with that is some people don't realize what they had until it's gone. So I will say I do understand why if the person was like, oh, I actually do want to pursue things now, and it was a little different then because, you know, probably, you know, they didn't know what they had. I've been in that situation before, like, you know, and I kind of regret it, but at the same time, you know, stuff happens. You never know.
I will say that situation happened to Yopez, and he did go back to the girl that like wasn't like really talking to him, and now that's his boo. So
I'm confused.
like, yeah, like
Yopez's girlfriend. That happened.
Cody, I don't need you to explain it.
Hold on. Before they were
Don't say you're
dating,
confused.
Josh like reached
Don't get
out.
smart on my show because you will get flamed on. All right, go
Josh
ahead.
reached out and talked to her, and then she was like talking back, and then she started talking to some other kid, and then came back to Josh.
Oh,
and
so
then-
Josh was like the second dude.
Yeah, but like she realized, like, cause then Josh dropped her, like stopped talking to her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then she was like, all right, I want to get serious.
Yeah, I mean that happens. Like you just never know. Like you be like, oh, okay, you know they're cool, but I don't see myself with them. And then all of a sudden they stop paying you the attention, stop doing this. By the way, you're chewing gum just like Cody. Right?
I'll tell you this because this is a Christian. So Proverbs says a soft answer turns away wrath, and questions appeal to the conscience. So asking and communicating is probably key, rather than, you know, saying, oh, hey, I tried to communicate with you, like Josh said. Tell her no, I'm not taking you, or you know, pursue why are you interested in me now? Why now versus then? You know, and then go from there.
You might not want the answer to that.
Yeah, for real.
Can you imagine being broken up with by Chase? Like, you would probably
It's
be
so
so
sweet.
confused.
Like-
Like, you wouldn't know if they're actually getting anything or. So, like, all right.
Or you still love him inside, like you don't know.
All right. To give you guys a background information on Chase, day one I met him, he told me I was like a gift from God and a great individual, and I was feeling really good about myself until I walked to the route with him, and he said that to the next 8 people that walked by. Like, I didn't know what's going on. He is that nice. Like, you think he's like Cody over here putting on a front for the radio. No, he's legitimately that nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is not a front with Chase. You're like, oh,
easy.
Chase sounds like a really nice. Yeah, he really is a nice guy. You try to break him sometimes, and you have those few people that can like get him outside of his ways. But as a whole, he's just a sweet guy, and it's a little annoying. He's almost as nice as Nice Taylor.
And even when he gets
no one's
outside of
as
his
nice as Taylor.
Yeah, no one is nice as
even
Taylor.
when he gets outside of his ways, he like immediately apologizes.
He
he's,
does.
like, I can't stand him. He makes me so mad. I can't stand him. But he's
he's
a
a
really
good
good guy.
guy.
Like, he doesn't mean to be like that. I shouldn't say that. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I don't. Like,
You
I'm
guys
not
are
gonna tell on
killing me.
you for.
You
Like,
guys are killing
Chase
me.
thought I hated him the first time I met him. I don't know. I was like, how could I hate such a nice guy?
All right,
Like,
what you need to understand about Josh is he flames people when he doesn't know them.
Yes, this
He's
is true.
he-
That's just how Josh
Man,
is.
what's up with
hold
your
on,
hair,
hold on.
man? What's up with your hair? Like, excuse me, do I know you? Like, no.
Hold on. I will say I came on my recruiting trip 2 years ago, and then I've never met Josh before. He walks up in the house, he looks at me, and then automatically was like, introduced himself, and then automatically started flaming me up.
Yeah.
hey,
Okay.
at least I introduced myself.
In
Yeah.
the words of the great Jonah, I learned more about white people in the first 5 minutes of meeting Josh than in my entire
so many
life.
stats off about white.
It's
He knew
true. Hold on, it's true.
percentages and everything.
Yeah,
he did his research.
talk about percentages.
He's not racist. He's informational.
Oh, that's good. That's like the first good thing
When
you
him
said today,
and when
Cody.
him and Ryan Deal would argue last year, it could go on for hours.
Oh my gosh.
honestly.
But the
man.
thing is, with Ryan was ignorant about his. He'd be like, "Hey man, you guys shoot guns sideways," and I'm like, "Okay, well you guys kill yourselves." Like, I mean,
I know
like,
you guys did have some pretty messed up
oh,
arguments.
honestly, yeah, I would say
But-
if they ever recorded mine and Ryan's arguments, we'd both be like not only kicked out, but we would be framed upon by each race. Like we really went deep. But it was all in fun. It was like I never took it personal. But I do pick on people, and the reason why I've explained this before, me and Kay both do it. Just like when Dale came in, he said like Don Cheadle. It's where I'm from. That's what we do. That's how we basically say hello. What's up? How you doing? Like you have those nice guys that have a legit conversation with you. Where I'm from, they will pick on you, and that's basically initiating you into
it's
a
like
friendship.
breaking ice, basically.
It's breaking ice, but it's just forever because we're gonna continue to pick on you. It's not gonna stop. So like I said, that's just how I am. I don't mean it always to be mean. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Some people get me upset, and I do it on purpose, like Evan or Brian, Big Head.
Yeah.
I think Josh, your love language is flaming.
You say what?
I think your love language is flaming people up.
Yeah, I even pick on
when people pick on me, I really like them. When I pick on people, it means I like you. Like that's you right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I even pick on my girlfriends when I pick on them. They be like, oh my god, why my forehead isn't? But you like me though. I'm like, yeah, I do, but it doesn't mean your forehead ain't big.
All right. For those of you who didn't believe Chase was really that nice, he just justified Josh making fun of people by saying it's his love language. That's all you need to know about Chase right there.
All right, everyone, we'll be back.
I walked into that one.
Yeah, you really did walk yourself. But we'll be back, everyone. We're gonna listen. I'ma just do it by KB featuring Bubba Watson. Enjoy.
Hi.
Welcome back, everyone, to the J&K Show. Once again, follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And this is 90.9 Light, of course. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, the J&K Show, JAYNKAY. How's everyone doing?
Still doing good.
I'm still doing great, Josh. Thank you.
First of all, if you're gonna say you're doing good, sound.
I'm having fun.
Over here sounding
This
dry.
is awesome.
Yeah, go on. And Jonah, I'm gonna slap you right in the face because you said nothing.
I said I'm doing great.
I'm doing great. You could tell.
I am doing great.
He's gonna be
I'm doing
he's
excellent
gonna be a
today,
professional auditor.
Can I just say we're probably the most annoying group of guys right here on the radio today.
Hey, Chase, you about to get kicked off air.
Evan's not here.
I'm about to shut off
Yeah.
your.
Oh,
I'm
okay, so we're
Dude,
definitely
Chase,
not.
don't be mad, dude. That's just his love language. Don't worry about it.
about to kick you off of air. I'm gonna cut your mic off. But anyways, all right. So one more question, everyone. Then we're gonna move on to our next topic. All right. So this one has to do, well, with being friend zoned. It sucks. I've been internally friend zoned. I've had the same love of my life for the last 15 years. Whoop whoop. This girl and I are super close, but we haven't ever dated outside of pointless 8th grade. I know she wants to remain friends. Then again, other times she'll give me mixed signals. She'll text claiming love for me and getting heartbroken when I've dated other girls, little things like that. I've told her I told her how I feel in the past 3 to 4 years. And 3 or 4 years ago, she said she wanted to just remain friends. That being said, she had a boyfriend at the time when I told her that. So maybe that things changed. We still hang out all the time, but I can't get a good read on her. Should I tell her how I feel again, or just accept the eternal friend zone? Being friends suck. I can't stand it, to be honest. And I'm 28, so it's not like we're spring chickens anymore. Do I put it all on the line, or do I preserve our friendship?
Can I go ahead and say something?
Go ahead.
You're 28. Put it on the line, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what I would do.
I'm gonna tell it like this. Move on.
That's what I'm saying. Put it all out there, and if she doesn't accept it, then go ahead.
I personally don't even think you should be friends with this girl. Like, it's not good for you.
Yeah.
It's probably not.
Because it's not like you have the same intentions in the friendship. Like sounds like she just wants to be friends and you want something more, and you're torturing yourself by staying in this relationship. So I'd agree with Tyler and say put it on the line, but be ready for the answer. It might not be what you like, and if you don't get the answer you like, you might just have to move on and say that's it. You don't say, all right, well, I'll work on still being friends.
And then you're gonna have to, like, in my opinion, cut off the whole friendship, because at the end of the day, you have deep feelings for this girl. It's not gonna go away if you really continue to talk to her. Like, I don't believe that you can just shut it off without completely alienating yourself away from this person.
Cody?
Yes, Chase.
Cody, what do you think?
No, he exited himself out. Shut up, Cody.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Chase.
I wasn't going to say anything on it.
Strikes 2.
All right, we're talking about relationships. So,
Definitely
that's
not my topic.
Anyways.
It's not a Cody Richmond topic.
It's got a bunch of words.
Cody doesn't know what he's talking about.
If it ain't about family on family, I don't know what it is.
That was over the top.
Come on,
We're hunting or fishing.
Hey, I don't care. You from West Virginia, Sig. Shut up.
I take offense to that.
I know you did.
I give Sig a bad name.
All right, first things first. We're talking about relationships. So, this chick, I mean, if you guys have a great relationship, just to begin, a great friendship, and you want to learn how to build off of that, I mean, dude, that is a really rough way to go because you've been friends for, what did it say, like
15 years.
15 years, and you're 28. That means you guys have been friends since you were 13. And, dude, if you're looking for growth in your relationship, you have to have a serious catalyst for that. I'm talking like you got to go for it, like Tyler said. You got to go for it, put it on the line, and you know, if she bites and says, okay, yeah, I'm willing to try, you know, be ready. I mean, for her to wait for a longer period of time, because you guys have had this friendship. You guys know each other for, you guys know each other very intimately because you guys are, friends for this long. I mean, be ready for her to want to wait even longer to, take the next step. If she says no, Josh was right. I mean, you have these feelings for this girl. You guys might have a great friendship, but I mean, you got to be willing to say, okay, like, what is it that God's designed me for? He's designed me for marriage, or for me for a serious relationship. And if she's not willing to take that step with me, I have to be willing to let that go, in light of the bigger picture. You gotta dial down to what, like I said, what God's designed you for internally, and then, apply that to your life. And if she fits in, great. If she doesn't, dude, you've got to, take those steps into realizing what's more important, my marriage with my family, with my kids, all of that. So it's a tough situation, but you gotta put it all on the line.
This is what happens when you talk to psychologists. All right. You get everything but the answer. What was the answer, Chase? What would you do in this situation?
Go big or go home.
You gonna tell it? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put it like this.
I'd say go big, and if she said no, it's time for eHarmony.
I'm gonna send.
Yeah.
Go to Christian Mingles.
Christian Mingles.
This is Christian Mingle, boy. If not, it's either Christian Mingle here or FarmersOnly.com.
Yeah, I was about to say, Cody, yeah, FarmersOnly.com.
FarmersOnly.com. That's probably gonna be a screen name.
FarmersOnly.com. That might be the catch. Oh, hey, all right. I'll take this guy.
I like him a lot. I like him. But all right, so we're gonna switch it up, you guys. We're gonna talk a little bit back. We're gonna go back to sports a little bit. All right, so like I said, all these guys are athletes, or at least attempt to be athletes. we got the preseason All-American here, Cody, and
the pride of Shady Springs.
The pride of Shady Springs. we have a real All-American, my boy Chase here, and we have two people hoping to become All-Americans one day, which is Jonah and Sig. So I think it's a dope time. There's like, y'all have any funny stories as far as being on a team? Because when you're on a great team, there's always dope stories that go on behind the scenes. Yeah, last year we had probably the best team I've ever been on. It was so fun. Like I have a bunch of stories as far as that. I remember one time me and Gino, we was on the bus one time, and we were just chilling on the bus, minding our own business. And this guy, I don't know if he was on drugs or what, he came to the back of the bus, and he had a phone. It was off completely. It wasn't off or anything, but he had it plugged into his headphones or whatever. So this dude was having a full conversation with himself, acting like his phone was on. And he was just like, yeah, man. No, man, I'll be over there in a second. No, really? And he was answering himself, too. So I was just like, all right, so what is going on right now? And Gino's looking back, and he's like, what the heck is going on? And then all of a sudden, like 6 or 7 baby kids come in on the bus, like right afterwards, and then they sit right next to Gino. For some odd reason, they start acting like Gino was their dad or something like that. They were just like, hey, how you doing? Can I go over here? Like, he was like, why are you asking me? I don't know you. Like, why are you talking to me like right now? It's like, okay, hey, I see you later. As soon as he left and everything, he's like, I'm not your daddy, man. I'm not your daddy. I'm like, this is probably the weirdest ride home I've ever been in my life. But y'all have any cool stories?
I mean, I got a funny but kind of gross story.
All right, Jonah, you go first.
All right. So anyone who's ever been on any team ever knows about the locker room. The locker room's where a lot of funny stuff goes down because it's basic. I mean, you're just hanging out, you guys talking stuff. Some people, you got those people who try and get in and get out, and a lot of people just honestly kind of make fun of each other. But anybody who's ever been in a locker room ever knows there's the naked guy. And that's the guy who is way too comfortable being completely naked.
Well,
they have zero qualms with having a full-blown conversation with you while you're naked. If you go to a public gym, you know this person is usually over 70 years old. The guy that's just hanging out. Every gym has that guy. For us, it's a guy named Josh Travers, and I have the misfortune
Big Daddy Trav.
of having the locker right next to this guy. So no matter what happens, I'm always the guy that gets stuck with the awkward conversation. So day one, I'm in the locker room.
It's just awkward because
Was this last year?
This is last year.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to get in and get out. I got other stuff to do. And this guy's introducing himself to me completely naked. Like, hey man, I'm Josh Travers. I hope you enjoy the team. I'm like, dude, just get out of my face, man. Like, I'm trying to go home.
Mind you, he's sitting down and Travers is standing up.
Yeah, so it's high level. I'm turned the other way, trying to handle my business, and he thinks that's an invitation to walk to the other side and continue the conversation. Like me looking away was an accident, you know? Like, oh, well, he must want to look at me when I'm talking to him, so I'll fix that for him.
That's just how Travers is. Because, I live Travers.
We know that's how Travers is.
And
I've seen Travers naked more than I've seen myself.
I'll come down in the morning, and he'll be fixing breakfast butt naked.
He cooks naked?
No, like he'll step on the scale, and he always steps on the scale.
I don't understand why he's so comfortable naked.
He just is.
That's like
he doesn't like wear underwear that often.
I know
It's
he free balls a
December.
lot. I know it'll be December. He'll just free ball. Like I'm like, is that comfortable? Yeah, man, it's totally comfortable. Oh, all right. Well, whatever floats your boat. All right. So yeah, what about you? What about you, Sig?
All right. So last year when we had a tournament in Missouri, we left at like 8 a.m. and we got there like, what'd you say, like 5 p.m, something like that, Chase?
Yeah, 4:35.
So I wore the same socks all day and then wore them to practice in. And I put them beside my bag, and then the next morning when I woke up and took a shower, my roommate, Evan, our 235-pounder, I come out of the shower, and this man is wearing my dirty socks. Okay? Mind you, I was sweating a lot at practice, and they were nasty and dirty, and he said, "Oh, I forgot to bring socks," and I was like, "Dude, those are my dirty socks." And he said, "Well, I mean, they're the best ones here. Otherwise, I don't want to take anyone's socks." I was like, "Dude, you're still taking my socks.
You're still wearing his
They're
socks.
just dirty." And then he was like, "Well, I mean, I'll wash them and give them back." I said, "Dude, you can have them."
I don't want my dirty socks back.
Mind you, everyone, Evan is probably the thief of the team.
It
How
does not matter.
How do you forget
what size.
socks?
It's Evan.
Yeah, I was
He's
saying,
in the military. He should not be forgetting anything.
It's Evan.
Evan is a interesting cat. He'll take your stuff and you have to ask to borrow it back.
It does not matter what size
It doesn't
it
matter.
is.
And
He will try it on, and if
No,
he
it-
somehow gets his body into it, he wears it, and he thinks that it fits and it looks good.
No, it has to be a small or an extra large. If it's medium or
there's
large,
some
it does not
larges in
work.
there.
Yeah, and he has to wear compressions everywhere he goes.
Oh my
Yes.
Like that's his comfortability. Like he has to wear compressions and he has to wear something skin tight. I don't. Chase can really go in on him, but Chase is like being away from the mic on purpose.
Hey, Evan's a really nice guy.
Yeah, usual Chase.
Now, hey, look, this is the first fake moment we've heard from Chase
Yeah.
since we've been here.
Yeah.
Evan's got, he's one of the most.
He's thinking of something nice to say, everyone. You see, he's struggling right now. He's like,
most misunderstood characters on the team.
And then wait for the apology.
He really is. He's probably one of the most misunderstood guys on the team. But
He's 23 years old and he plays Yu-Gi-Oh. I just want that to be known. All right.
to each his own.
Chase
To each his own.
Ain't no to each his own. He tried to use I make money playing. I seen him on Facebook. He added me on Facebook. I didn't add him. He added me on Facebook and he was like, you know how you can like sometimes they have up there like a person joins a club or they join join a page or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw Evan name up there, it was like Evan Kennedy, and it was like this guy just joined the Yu-Gi-Oh trading card place. I was like, what? So I look on it and I click on it. I was like, this got to be like a joke. First thing I see is him posting all his Blue Eyes White Dragons and him over here talking about some, hey man, who wants to buy my Blue Eyes, man? It's $50 a piece. I have a bunch of them. I'm like, You're 23 years old, bro. You ain't got number 12-year-olds out there saying,
People
I
pay
want it.
$50 for one of those cards. They make them for like 8 cents tops.
Nah, I don't. It might have been a special edition. I have no idea what Evan likes to do with his life. But Cody, you got any funny sports stories?
It actually has to deal with Travers this year at the 24-hour workout. We on the 24th hour, we always do about a 20-minute grind. And Travers comes in, and he has a long white sleeve on, a really tight long sleeve.
Oh, my gosh.
White sleeve. And our assistant coach, Hackman, it's a white sleeve, and we're all sweating. So it's going to be see-through. Well, our assistant coach was going to wrestle him. He looked at him and said, Travers. And Travers is a 285-pounder. He looks at Travers like, Travers, I was going to wrestle you for this grind match, but I don't want to cheat on my wife. So
Hold on. That moment of silence was funnier than that story.
Yeah.
That's what I was laughing about. That was what I was laughing about.
Time and time again, Cody, we've been through this.
Go ahead, Jonah.
There's some things that need to stay in your head that aren't as funny as when you actually sit. We'll get there. We'll find out.
So we've been cracking that for. You've been saying that for about. Hey, I like that Panthers jersey. Okay, that's besides. He can't hear me.
He can't hear you.
Yeah, but anyways, like I was saying, it's not gonna stop with Cody.
I think it's funny about our team is that there's a lot of like insert whatever they do guys, like like Travers is the naked guy,
Taylor's the nice guy.
Taylor's the nice guy.
Extremely
Josh
nice.
is the mean guy.
Yeah,
like he's the
yeah,
angry guy.
Cox is the guy that's always in the gym.
Yeah, he's the
Just
Jonah.
Getting his chest
Cody is
swole.
undoubtedly the social media guy. If
Oh,
you do
yes.
anything with him,
Cody.
like I don't even know where he gets these pictures, but I'll look on a Snapchat story and it'll be like about 70 seconds of what I was doing that day, where I was.
And he got a full page. Let me tell you about Cody. This is why I hate Cody, son. This dude, he always does something, and like he'll post it the next week on Throwback Thursday, and it'd be a week old. For instance, well, this is actually has nothing to do with Throwback Thursday, but this idiot, he just wants to flex for the gram. On Saturday, he reffed an event. He reffed an event, all right? He helped out the kids or whatever. And he was like, yeah, man, there's nothing better than giving back to the blah, blah, blahs and this and that. I'm like, idiot, how are you getting back and you're getting paid, bruh? That's not giving back. You're getting something back, bruh. You're getting money. Giving back is volunteering. You didn't volunteer, homie. You didn't. You got paid.
I volunteered to get that money.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's what you volunteered. And then I bet you he probably was getting likes. People like, hey, he's so sweetie over there with his sleeves rolled up, trying to look swole in front of 5-year-olds. I'm like, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. No, not at all. Sorry, don't do that. But I'm sorry, everyone. It was a mini rant. Cody blows me sometimes. I just want to punch him in the face. All right. So, anyways, shut up, Jonah. Anyways, like I was saying, this is "You Can't Stop Me" by Andy Mineo.
Since 1993, 90.9, The Light.
Welcome back, everyone, to the JNK Show. Once again, I'm your host, Showtime Sanders. And if you haven't realized you haven't heard Kay in a while, it's because Kay's not here. Kay is probably working. Side note, everyone. For the people hoping and praying that Kay got towed, he did. He got towed again last episode. So I just want you guys to know, the ones that have been, hoping just like me, that he finally gets, he gets towed once again. It happened, and it was just as hilarious as the first one. He won't learn, everyone. He's gonna keep parking in where he's not supposed to park, but that's why you love him. But anyways, so this segment is going to be about guy codes. So we all guys here, all you guys are my homies and everything like that. First question I'm going to ask you guys: do you believe that guy codes is a real thing?
That goes without question.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was actually a dumb question.
That's not a dumb question because some people actually don't believe that. That's kind of the point of asking the question. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's the answer I was really wanting to say. But anyways, so what are some guy codes that you certainly follow, that you believe is a necessity? And I'm gonna let you go first, Chase.
Well, there's the run of the mill ones. You don't choose the urinal next to another guy when there's plenty to go around. Yeah,
don't do that. And same thing if you're like doing a number two. Don't if there's more than one, don't choose the one right next to me. It has nothing to really do, I guess, with being guys. It's just disgusting.
Yeah, guys never enter each other's personal space, and if you do, just don't do that.
We got problems.
Yeah, personal space is huge, especially when it's like vulnerable personal space, like urinals or public showers or something like that. You don't go next to someone unless you're forced to.
I completely agree.
Or locker rooms.
What about locker rooms?
Talking about Travers invading Jonah's personal space all the time.
Yeah, you don't do that.
I agree. But
I think just anything. I don't want another guy being all touchy feely with me. Like I don't want him, being overly handsy or anything. Like like even if it's kind of playful or anything.
Yeah. You know who does that is Evan.
Evan. I was about to say,
exactly.
Evan does that 24/7. And the thing is, he doesn't know how big he is, so it's like
He's kind of like a puppy.
Exactly.
No, he's like Lenny off of Mice of Men.
Yes, he is.
He's basically
like
Lenny.
when I came back for the banquet, like 2 days after I had surgery, this mug picked me up and was like spinning me around and stuff.
And he like,
it didn't even register in his head. He like put me down and was like, "Oh man, I just forgot you had surgery."
And he always touching someone. Like you'd be like,
you had your brace on and were on crutches.
Yeah.
Yeah, guy code. You don't do that. You don't do that. No touchy feely.
Yeah, no, like that's another thing is
there's gonna be guys out there that'll be like, oh no, you're wrong, man. You guys can be touchy feely, but
no,
you don't.
That doesn't even sound right. You said it.
You don't. Yeah,
they can say that, but they can also be wrong. So.
Yeah,
like, exactly.
And if so, they're really weird. Like I just don't.
Or yeah.
Like I don't rock with that.
For guys speak with like respect. Like everything is respect. You respect my personal space. You respect my and if you don't respect that, it's like you violated the guy code.
Another one, like DJ Khaled. But anyways, another one. All right. I feel like you have a handful amount of times that you can be emotional as far as crying. All right. I don't like if you got like if your family died or something like that. That's respectable. But don't be crying to me about no girl.
Oh no!
I'm not rocking with that because you're not gonna sit here and like have this emotional moment. She cheated on me with 5 dudes. I can't believe it, and then cry to me. I'm gonna look at you like, bro, why are you crying? You should be out there hunting right now. Why are you? Why are you crying right now? Get away from me. We're not friends anymore. So I don't bang with that. I don't. If that was happening, guess what? You ain't ever gonna hear from me again. I'm probably gonna pick on you out. I'm like, hey, guess what? This dude was crying yesterday. Y'all should have heard him. You're like, oh, that's so messed up. Well, hey. You'll be fine. But is there any guy codes that you think are like ridiculous that aren't really, let's say they shouldn't be there?
Ooh.
Not that I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, they're there for a reason.
They're there for a reason.
There's a reason they're unwritten is because they're like social norms.
I'm just saying, like, this certain... All right, how do you feel about this? I think is like kind of a guy code. If you're out with your guys, that's basically the time where you cut off your female.
Okay.
Except for when it comes to Gino.
We not speaking to Gino, Mr. I get everyone, but I'm only with one. It makes no sense. But anyways, no. But how do you see? You're the married one. How do you feel about that?
Well, that one's rough because I want to agree with you. I really do want to agree with you, but there's always that piece of me that I'm like, okay, I gotta be aware of what she's doing, and if she breaks down in her car, I gotta run over there and make sure everything's all right. However, when it's me and my guys and she understands that I'm hanging out with my guys, she's also very understanding. I gotta trust her in that, guy code says, babe, I'm gonna, give my time to the guys. And, she's very respectful of that. Just like when I push her to go hang out with her girls, I leave them alone, and she enjoys that. So, yeah, I think in essence, you are kind of right. It's guy time. You don't, complain about girls or talk about girls. Like, no, you play video games, you go shooting, you go, do stuff like that.
You definitely just, when it's guy time, it's guy time. There should be no interruptions. Like, if you out with your guys, your girl, of course, outside of emergency, you have your responsibility as your wife. Yeah. Of course, you gotta, run to it. But outside of that, definitely just gotta chill with your homies. Now, do you believe that there's really such a thing as girl code? Because they have that show on MTV where it's called Girl Code, and I think it's the flukest thing ever. And the reason why I think it's fluke is I don't believe there's a really unwritten rule when it comes to girls, and the reason why is because all girls really think all different things when it comes to so much. Whereas guys, we're so simplistic with a lot of stuff that we can't agree on like simple stuff. Whereas in females, like, I don't know, I don't think I follow that. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that?
Honestly, don't know because they don't know about guy codes, and that's why it's guy codes. Like it's
girls know about guy codes.
Girls try to know about guy codes.
Yeah, they don't know specifically all of them. Like it's
of course not.
It's an unwritten rule for guys that all guys know. So if there is girl codes, we wouldn't know about it, or at least all of them.
I don't believe that whatsoever. But go ahead.
Then what's your opinion on it?
I just said my opinion. Idiot.
First off, girls can communicate like girls. Like when a girl says, "I'm fine," like, "Oh man, like I'm in trouble." Like, let's just be honest.
Yeah,
that's
say,
like girl code 101.
When they say
like
nothing,
they don't want a present or something.
Yeah,
for the holidays.
Yeah, when you say what's wrong, babe, and they say nothing, that means boy, you done messed up.
Oh yeah, or when you make like a statement like, well, you know, I really think that we should go to, you know, such and such a place, you know, Monday, and they don't say anything, you better retract that statement. You're like, nope, all right, that was a bad idea. That's my bad. You know, that's like, and from my perspective, that's like girl code, like manipulating conversation. That's a bad word to say, but.
Once again, apologizing, man. You don't shut up and just say it.
I'd get flamed by so many people if they heard me say, "Oh, girls manipulate conversation." I mean,
well, they do.
Oh.
That's a fact. But anyways, what about you, Sig?
What about it?
You don't remember anything I said, did you?
I mean, I was texting when you asked the question.
Yeah. Was the texting the same friend you was talking to for 4 hours when you were watching that fight?
No, that's different.
Do you think girl codes exist?
I mean, yeah, if guy codes do, like, there's certain things that they would like set boundaries about, I guess.
I don't believe there's a girl code. I honestly think that's a rumor. It's a rumor that's not true.
I think girls would disagree what their
it's
girl
not,
code is.
I think that's what I'm saying. I feel like if you was to have a round table and you said this is girl code and you have 5 girls, you get 5 different answers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's no that's the, and then they're gonna be like, you know what? Like, woman's logic. That's what they're gonna cap it off with woman's logic. And you're like, all right, well.
But I mean, I guess guys can relate to like. You know what I'm saying?
Guys relate to guys, girls relate to girls. That's basically.
But girls really don't be relating to girls because
because they all have their own priorities and stuff.
So I was raised with 3 different girls. I got 3 different responses every time I went to each one.
Oh yeah.
Like there's absolutely nothing in common that they had. Like it's just we're of course us guys we're different, but a lot of our logic is pretty typical. Like we're really black and white about the way we think about a lot of stuff. Whereas in girls, it's just the blue areas, the green areas.
I could go into that.
Yeah, well, go ahead and go in on it then.
All right, so I tell my wife every day, or almost every day, I'm the black to the painting. You're the color. I'm gonna draw all the outlines. You can do whatever you want inside of those lines.
That's catchy. That's real cute. Where'd you get that from?
I made it
Google?
up. I made it up,
You
actually.
lying.
No, I'm dead serious.
Hallmark Christmas card.
I'll be the outlines, and you don't get to go
hold
out
on,
of
Chase, hold on one second.
All right,
Jonah.
we've been through this 3 times today. And countless times. Keep some of this stuff in your head, man. It's not funny when it comes out.
All right, Chase, go ahead. I'm sorry, I just had to do that.
I lost it, man. I lost it. No, so what you were saying, guys are black and white. Like the reason what we're saying, and girls like disagree on everything is because our outline is the same every single time. Like it's black. It's a black outline.
Black.
All the color on the inside might be different though.
Yeah.
And so like, I don't even know. Trust me, guys are never gonna understand women. There's gonna be like there'll be the basics. Oh, I want protection. I want security. I want safety. I want love. Okay, yeah, those are great, and I can give those to you. But everything else, as far as like, I honestly don't. I can't even get into it. Like, I giving you protection, security, and we're still at odds. All right, I'm just gonna wait patiently.
I completely understand that. Now, I was I remember I had some girls in here one time and we were interviewing and I was asking them like, what in your opinion is it to be a man? Like, how girls would say like, oh, I want a man, and you're like, okay, what is a man to you? Like, and I never really got that. Never really got a like legit answer from that. So I'm gonna ask guys, what do you think it means to be a man? And I'm gonna start with Sig. Sig, I hope you've been paying attention.
What do you think it means to be a man?
Yeah.
Let's start with Chase because I don't know how to answer.
Let's end with me.
Let's end with Chase.
I'm about to say Chase is gonna wrap us up with this. You're gonna have to do it. All right, Cody, go ahead.
Come back to me.
In all honesty, my opinion of what a man is somebody that should be, no matter where it's guy or girl, should be 100% respectful to people, straight up. Because I've been
Cody, shut up. I'm done with you. You came in with the word. You was fake today. I'm done with you, son. Shut up. Your mic's off. What mic you? 4? Mic's off. Go ahead. Goodness gracious.
That is so mean.
No, go ahead, Jonah.
I mean, I think I know where Chase is gonna go with this, and I agree with what I think.
Can he say it first?
And
I agree with Chase. I haven't said anything. I know.
I agree with what I think he's gonna say.
He's trying to call you predictable, Chase.
He's gonna go with the Ephesians 5. Is that where you're gonna go with this?
Probably.
The biblical roles of men. I think you have to be a leader. You have to be a provider. You have to be a protector. I think those are the 3 things. You have to be able to lead the relationship in the way that you want it. Not the way that you want it, but the way the Bible mandates it. Biblical principles. I think you have to be a protector, and you have to ultimately keep the best interest of the relationship in mind.
Jonah took the words right out of my mouth.
Shut up, Sig. I don't want to hear you neither.
Siggy, give a general statement. All right, describe like you see a guy. I want to be like that
Talking
guy.
about
What are the things you
about a
see?
man that's respectful to everybody 100% of the time. I ought to uppercut you. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. Cody blew. Oh, he made me so mad, son. Go ahead.
I mean,
Sorry, I was giving you an answer.
yeah, you really did. Give me Go ahead, Sig.
I mean, you guys.
You don't know what it's like to be a man?
You guys basically said everything.
All right, time out.
okay.
No, time out. I'm really interested. Time out, Siggy. You see, okay, like your dad. Like you like your dad, right?
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
What are things you like about him? Like that's all. That's all you got to say. My dad's a man, and this is why I think he's a man. Bam.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, you can still have your own opinion about it and still agree.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to just say I agree with Jonah.
My dad's a really hard worker. I mean, like that's quality for a man.
It's a great
hard worker.
quality.
Okay,
Yeah.
Being respectful 100% of the time.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, would you rather have somebody that's fake?
I mean,
Honestly, you can be respectful and that's
still-
fake in itself.
Yeah, you can still be real without being.
Yeah, because how about to say I'm actually.
I know my mic's on, Chase.
I'm not the most respectful human being of all time, but I'm pretty real.
At least you're keep it real all the
All
time.
right, this is my opinion on what a man is. Like, when I think of a man, I think of a person that's level-headed and don't just run off emotion. A person that isn't, that's strong enough to handle setbacks and that can take lead of the family, of course, because you need someone. Like, the wife, regardless if she admit it or not, she's gonna look up to you. She's gonna, when she's having those emotional moments, she's gonna run to you. You have to be the guy to be level-headed, not get emotional with her. She's like, if she's over there crying, baby, I don't know how we're gonna pay the bills. You're like, I don't know either. I don't know how we're gonna pay. Then you're like, clearly you're not a man. As the man, you gotta be like, okay. Baby, I got you, man. We're gonna get through this and blah blah blah, this and that. That, in my opinion, is a statement of a man, a person that can handle his own stuff, and then that can also handle the fallback of another, not even just a female, but a friend. All right, so that's what I look at when I think of a man.
I mean, even though they might they can still put on a front. Like a man can still put on a front. Even though they may be scared too. If, for instance, they can't pay the bills or something, but they're gonna put on a front to make sure that their girl.
Exactly. So they can feed off that and he's confident. So we'll be fine.
Yeah, confidence is good. I think Corinthians says something about
oh, you were wrong, Jonah.
No. I'm actually gonna build off Jonah's what Jonah said. Siggy, you were touching on what Jonah said too. Provide, protect, and lead. Some of the ways that I'm gonna provide, protect, and lead is protecting her from her insecurities, such as we can't pay the bills. Yeah, we can. We're gonna be okay. I have no idea how we're gonna do that, but me providing that security and that power and the we're okay thing, brings puts a blanket of security around her. I think Corinthians says something about when I became a man, I put away childish things. I think that's Corinthians 15. A man, in my eyes, is the guy that does the hard things. He walks first. He does first. He leads first because he has to do all the hard things for his family to walk behind him. Yeah. And that in essence is what a man looks like for me. I don't care what it is, but you perfect and you provide and you do absolutely everything you can to be better. Yeah. So that people walking behind you can see you and watch you and say, okay, that's how I get better. That's how God, designed us, and that's what God's, designed for a man is. If that's it, I want a piece of that. Boom, and you walk down that road.
I agree, and that's dope. See, that's what you got to always end it off with him. He's going to make my show run so I don't ever get canceled. Chase by. So I'm going to have, anytime I get in trouble for something I say or do, I'm going to bring Chase in and be like, oh, this is why you have the show. Okay, this is fine. All right, this is appropriate. All right, but we'll be back, everyone, to wrap up the show. This is Read 'em and Weep by Flame. Stay with us, everyone.
It's Christmas season at thelightonline.com.
Welcome back to the J&K show. This is the finale of the show. This is the last 10 minutes and everything. Hey, how everybody doing?
Still doing good, Josh.
I had fun today. First time being on.
Yeah,
I did too.
Hey, Cody. The one thing I like about Cody, like legit, like me being 100% serious, he's pretty decent with taking a joke. Yeah. Like he's not that bad. Sometimes he does get in his little fits, but as a whole, he normally takes them on the chin, like a good country dude does.
Hey,
Hey. So I do appreciate it.
Makes
all
me
right?
excited for that redneck session next semester.
Oh, it's gonna be hilarious. Him and Jacob Brooks
and David Smith.
Hey, homie,
Hi, homie. All right, so the last thing we're gonna talk about is gonna be work. All right, we all are aspiring to get a job, of course. You know, we're maybe not Cody. He might end up, being a hunter, professional hunter or something.
No, I'm
that'd be
gonna
the
go
life.
coach at Shady Springs High School.
Because
I'm gonna. Listen. I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna be a coach.
I'm gonna coach at Shady Springs.
I'm gonna get back to the sport.
But anyways,
I will also take a paycheck, but I will get back to it.
All right. Now this topic is disrespect in the workplace. Okay. Now my thing is, I work at Logan's Roadhouse right now. And I see a lot of people, like, sometimes, not at Logan's Roadhouse, but I see people at their job get disrespected by managers or people in higher positions. And I always wondered, like, why do people, like, stand for that? Why are people okay with that? Especially when you're getting minimum wage or low-paid jobs. I wanted to know, what are your guys' thoughts? Like, let's say, for instance, you have a scenario where you have a manager or whatever, and he's really, like, always on you. And he's, like, constantly disrespecting you, going out of their way to disrespect you. What would you do in that situation?
Is it a dude?
I mean, it actually happened to me, so...
No, go ahead and tell us the situation then.
I mean, like, he would, like, the old manager that I used to work at a restaurant called Glory Days.
Hey, Glory Days.
He was, like, the littlest guy, but he had so much anger in him, and he took it out on all of his workers. And one day, like, I was busting some tables, and I'm back
Shout
there
out
with
bus boy.
a bus tub. And then a server drops off her plates. And I was, like, obviously joking around. I was like, what do I look like, a busboy? And then he walks by and is like, no, you look like a butthole, but it says a cuss word. And then I was just like, what? Like, and then after that, I just, like, didn't go into work, like, one day. And then he called me and asked me what happened. And I told him I didn't feel like working. So he fired me.
So not only he disrespected you, but he fired your tail. That is horrible.
And he fired me. I will say this, after I put in my 2 weeks.
Oh no, then I made the decision easier. What about you, Cody?
I only worked one, and
I didn't ask for a scenario. What would you do in a situation?
Oh, situation? Huh. No, honestly, I wasn't paying attention.
All
I was
right,
texting.
your mic is off. Go ahead. All right, your night is over.
Thank you.
You got mic privileges back for like 5 minutes and got to take it back again.
Goodness gracious. Go ahead, Jonah.
All right. I think a lot of people complain at the workplace. Like, I know I've worked a lot of jobs, and people always complain about the boss, no matter where you're at. So, I mean, there's a certain degree to where you need to suck it up, but there's a line that can be crossed. And, if they say something, if they're, like, cussing at you, like in Tyler's situation or something like that, or where it just really crosses the line, like, you got to say something or get out. Like, I mean, you can't put up with that every day for a career. So, I mean, to a certain degree, sometimes you just need to suck it up. That's the workplace. But if they cross the line, you got to go. Like, you got to say something.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm one of those, it depends on how much I'm getting paid. I'm not going to lie. If I'm getting paid some good money, I might take some verbal abuse. And be completely honest. I'm gonna be honest. I might save up to leave one day, but at that time, I'm gonna take that L. And I'm gonna stack that money up.
Take that L.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the L. You can call me all types. I'm gonna be like, I want to quit, but the paycheck looking kind of nice. But if I'm getting, like, let's say at $4 an hour, I get paid $4 an hour now. If somebody go out their way and say something I don't like. It depends, of course. Like, if you just, like, if you're mad and you say something rude, I'm gonna blow it off because I know people. It happens. That's life. Just like you said, little stuff like that doesn't. But if I feel like you really just said something that's like, all right, that wasn't even necessary, I will leave, and I have no problem leaving because it's like I can find a job anywhere. This is not doing anything to further my career, anyways. I'm doing this just because I'm in college. So why would I stay here? No, I have no reason to. So I'm gonna leave, and because I feel like you're not gonna talk to me any kind of way. You have to have that certain kind of respect as a person. Just like I would have as you, because I'm not going to talk to you no kind of way. One, because you're my manager, I'm going to get fired. But two, because, at the end of the day, I don't know you that well, even though I do pick on people.
Yeah, Matthew 18 says, first you go to your brother, then you go to your brother with a friend, then you go to the pastor. So if I was dealing with a boss that was being an absolute jerk to me, as I have in the past, I just talk to him. I'm like, man, are you serious right now? You giving me a hard time?
I think there's nothing worse than an employee of a lower standard comes to you and say, "Can I talk to you for a second?"
Oh, that's the worst.
And then like try to have a legit conversation with you about why you're a bad person.
I will tell you.
You know how of a jerk you feel like if you did. I would feel so. I'm like, don't. You know what?
Especially if they have like scripture references.
Yeah, you have nothing to. You can't say anything to really retract that.
I will say, if it's a guy, you can be a lot more blunt and straightforward. Be like, dude, I'm a guy, you're a guy. You might be my manager, but you're uncalled for. I would say I worked for this guy. I was doing landscaping, and he was being really mean to me one day. Like, he was doing kind of like what Siggy was doing. He was cussing me, telling me, "Oh, you this, you that." And I'm like, okay, like, seriously. So what I did was, I challenged him in an arm wrestling match for lunch, and I put him in his place like 3 or 4 times, and got lunch out of it, and we had a great relationship from then on because like I didn't do anything like disrespectful. I'll buy you lunch if you beat me in arm wrestling, and you buy me if I beat you. And from then on, we had a great relationship.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life.
You wouldn't
so
put me in my
good.
place
That
at
was
all.
the
Like,
dumbest thing I've
you're
ever
angry with me,
heard.
Jonah? Arm wrestle me. Like, I wouldn't care if you beat me in
This
an arm
guy
wrestling
was
match.
huge, though. This guy was huge. He's been bragging to us all like, "Oh man, I'm so strong." You're like, "Okay, whatever."
Yeah,
But it was funny.
that's dope. All right, so last thing but not least, we're gonna talk sports. Okay, we're all athletes. We already stated that a trillion times. I always hate the non-publicity us wrestlers get. Even though we are a club sport, we're a very dominant club sport
Some
team.
of the best athletes in the world right now are wrestlers.
And not only that, you think like what the hockey team that's like a club, they get a lot of publicity and stuff like that. We won a national championship, and we're reigning. What is this, our 5th? We have 5th straight conference championships.
Yeah.
Like we've been dominant, and you got teams like the basketball team per se that's scoring 14 points and a half, and it's like, dang, where's our I love, no disrespect to them, but I'm just saying as a whole. I feel like we should get a lot more. The fact
a lot
that
more than what we do.
Yeah, you look at like the volleyball team. Like they had like a commercial basically, and not only a commercial, they also had like a midnight game, which was boring. Like, we
had to go to though.
Yeah, we didn't have to go. We chose to go. Like,
No, I thought Coach made us.
Did he made us go?
Yeah.
Oh, I just went because it was midnight and I wanted to see some of the girls there.
The more people that show up, the more money.
Hey, your mic was literally off.
Yeah, I don't care.
And then,
I'm talking to you, not them.
Anyways, like we were saying, we'll talk to you in 2 minutes, Cody. but anyways, like I was saying, how do y'all feel about that? What do you feel about that, Chase?
Especially coming off of a Division I program, I think we should have way more publicity as it is. However, we don't ever perform around here anyways. I mean, we got conference, and we're going to have like 2 duels this year. I mean, if we had any publicity at all, that'd be where it is. And let's just be honest.
But you still can get more, than what we've had. Even at our matches, like, why don't we have one at the Vine Center?
Right.
Like, why don't have one of our duels there? Why don't have it in front of the crowd and have pumped up like everybody else
have
do?
a midnight match.
Yeah, why don't we have a midnight match? Like, there's so much more that we could do. What about you, John? I know you have 2 more years here. Like, I'm done basically. Chase is done. Like, I still want that for y'all.
I want it.
I mean, I can see both perspectives. Like, wrestling isn't a sport that brings in a lot of money. So, I mean, like...
Volleyball does?
Sometimes.
Right now,
men's?
it's one of our dominant... Oh, men's volleyball. I didn't even think about that.
That midnight game, it brought in a lot. Like,
Yeah, because it was midnight.
look,
And they had commercials.
Yeah, students are gonna sign out just because. It's
being in
like
a sport,
late
I think.
night.
Let's be honest. We had somebody that looked like Sig, and we had him on the cover. You gonna
Hey,
tell me
if
the
I-
girl?
if
You
I
tell
was
me the
a little
girls
bit
ain't coming?
stronger-
Yeah, give him some muscles.
I'll get all the girls on campus.
Yeah, man. You gonna have everybody
Get
out
some-
there trying to see.
You're going to have to Photoshop that photo because there ain't no way you're putting on muscle.
Hey, man, I've been doing my push-ups lately.
Just saying, man. But
200 a day.
I feel you, son.
Yeah.
But it was been a pleasure having you
Yeah.
guys here. Yeah. I always want you guys to know, every single one of you guys, I love you. Y'all are the dopest teammates.
Josh, you're my main goon.
Yeah, all y'all are my main goons.
No,
all
I'm
right?
your main goon.
All right.
They're your side goons.
Yeah, you're right. Chase
Cody
is the
said
main
bye
goon.
too, but you guys couldn't hear him. His mic's off.
His mic is off. Yeah, Mike and Cody's mic
Get
off.
back on the mic. Let me say bye.
Bye.
All right, yeah, your mic's
Bye.
back off. All right, everyone. It's been real. Y'all all have a blessed day and do great on finals, man. So y'all last couple of days, I hope y'all all ball out and have a good time. Y'all want to say anything before y'all leave?
Hang in, guys. Hang in.
Yeah, we got a couple days
Thanks for
left.
bringing me on the show,
Reach for
Josh.
the moon.
Appreciate it. It's fun, guys.
Hey, I appreciate it. No problem. Anytime. Y'all going to be on here next semester. And like I said, we're going to have the Redneck Brawl. All right, so like I said, it's the J&K Show, Jay and KAY. Y'all all have a blessed day and enjoy.
Our sound.
Our airwaves.
Our generation. 90.9 The Light.